Welcome to our 6th episode of our 12 Days of Christmas collection giveaway. I'm Mark Maya, and this is Board Game Coffee.
Vincent, get back here this instant! Oh,
Thank you. Oh, I love you too. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, now, as we've done before, if you're new to this 24 episode series that we are running over 12 days, let me bring you up to speed on what's going on. I'm going to give you a tour through every game in our Board Game Coffee collection. And during that time, I'm going to be giving away games to help you build your own collection. Now, across 24 videos that are going to happen in 12 days, as I mentioned, we're giving away over 50 games. That's right. Lots of chances to win, and you can enter in every video because you're not limited to winning just one game. If your name gets pulled out for something, you can win again. If you win something you don't want, you can give it away. There's a lot of options. Just enter for everything. Now, please keep in mind, certain videos are going to be limited to US and Canada only, but there are 2 or 3 videos that will be awarding worldwide prizes. That said, let's continue with this. All right, now every video we are giving away 1 to 4 board games, and they are going to be announced randomly throughout the video, so make sure to watch so you know what you're entering for. Also, whenever possible, I'll be supplying some micro reviews, feedbacks, and even giving away the odd Board Game Coffee badge of approval. So that way, if you don't win, you can make an educated decision on what games to buy to build your collection. That way we're improving your collection whether you win or not. Winners for all 24 videos will be announced live on Board Game Coffee after the last video has launched. So after that, you'll have like a 2-day buffer to enter that video, and then we're gonna give out 50 games all at once in one giant live episode of gift giving goodness. And talking about giving goodness, I like to talk about Sick Kids Hospital. Now, last time we did a big giveaway like this, we collected money for sick kids, and we're doing the same thing again. We have a link in the description below that will take you to the Sick Kids donation page. So that way, the idea is I'm giving to you and you can pay it forward by giving it to the kiddies. Now, you don't have to do this to be eligible to win. We're not checking that at all. So you're doing it out of the goodness in your own heart, and only if you can. Absolutely only if you can, because not everybody can. We're all dealing with our own situations. But if you're able to, if you can, give a little something to help the kiddies, every little bit helps. All right, with that said, let's get to the collection, and I have my lovely assistant, Brittany.
Hi.
There you go. Brittany's going to be handing me games as we go through absolutely everything. Whew. This is why it needs 24 episodes. Okay, here we go. What do we got here? So we have, Dice Masters. Now, Dice Masters, we have the Justice League, we have X-Men, the Uncanny X-Men, we have more Justice League, there's some Avengers versus X-Men. I have, this box is just filled with decks I made of, I separated my cards. I really got into Dice Masters. And I made tons of, teams. Now, here's the thing. And, first of all, here's what a booster pack looks like without the box. So, one of these are in here. You get a bunch of dice and cards of superheroes based on which set you buy. You'll either get X-Men, Avengers, or the Justice League if you go the DC route. The packs look like this. You get individual packs and you get some dice in there, and you'll get some cards. I think should have been 3 dice in there. I'm not exactly sure anymore. But I got boxes here, and this is what the booster box looks like. And you just pull out a pack. I still have brand new packs. I haven't even opened these because I bought so many of these booster boxes, and it's fun to just open up packs. And yeah, how many dice? I mean, there's only 2 in there. But I got a whole box of boosters here. Look, there's some loose dice just in here and some cards in here because that's what the cards look like, and it's so much fun. So what Dice Masters is about, and just so you know how far I got into this, I got all these starter kits, and then I went to Michael's, and I bought this little crafting kit, which looks like something like little girls would use to hold their beads. Yeah, but it's great. Check it out. I got 2 of them. To hold your dice. They're all organized and nicely put in there, and they're all I got all my my Flash, all my Archangel, all my Ghost Rider, all my Superman, because it's a mix of DC and Marvel in here. So I've got all that sorted out. Now, the reason I'm spending so much time to show you all this Dice Master stuff, because I am trying to go through my little collection quickly, is because Dice Masters, the whole Dice Master system, is getting the Board Game Coffee seal of approval. That's right, this is so much fun. Now, this is dice building, not deck building. So you bring a team with you, you'll put it out on the table, and you'll have the cards, and you'll have them out on the table, and you have dice on the cards. And then throughout the game, you recruit dice, how you would in a deck builder. Instead of recruiting cards, you recruit dice, and you put them in your little bag, and then you roll, and then you spend your dice. Like you pull them out, you put them on the table, and you spend them. And then there's this little, I have these little neoprene mats that, actually they're paper mats. I think I have both, actually. And you actually move the dice around, being like once you've used it, they've exhausted, and they eventually make their way around, so they're back in your bag again, and you can use them. So you're actually recruiting heroes, but the heroes are represented as dice that you send out into the field to battle the other heroes. So it's so good, because you can mix and match decks however you want. This box is just tons of pre-made decks, like teams I just liked using. And it's so much fun. I played this. You've never played this.
I've never played.
This was before Brittany, and I played so much of this. I think I bought like 3 or 4 of these booster boxes, because there's still. I think there might even still be some Dice Masters hidden in this house that I've just lost track of. So it's so good, well deserved. If you like deck building, or if you should try Dice Masters, because it's dice building, and dice are so much more fun than cards, just for me. And then getting them in these little things. I felt so clever when I found these. So good. So good. So, Board Game Coffee, seal of approval. I absolutely love Dice Masters. Now, if I remember correctly, I might be making this up, but I actually think this is designed by Eric Lang.
Really?
Yeah. See, look at yours. Like, shocked. Let's see if we got a name on here. Yep. Eric M. Lang. Mike Elliott and Eric M. Lang designed this. And that's why I love it, because I love Eric's stuff. Granted, Eric, I think, might hate me. But hate me in the way that I'm pretty sure he forgot that I exist. But other than that, we've met a few times. I'm pretty sure he sees me and he does either one of these, or he's like, oh, it's him again.
No,
I'm not sure.
So nice.
I'm not saying he's not nice. I'm saying the problem is me. So, anyways, regardless of what you think of me, Eric, love your stuff. And we've given a few of his games. We just... love. Yeah, just love. Like,
big fans.
A lot of his games, actually. Rising Sun, Blood Rage, Ankh, this. Most of that stuff is Simon, but anyways, what else we got? What do we got next?
Honey Buzz.
Oh, we got some Honey Buzz.
This is a delightful surprise game.
Elf Creek. This game is so freaking pretty.
It's beautiful.
It's such a freaking pretty game.
It's a very, very good game.
It's like a resource management, worker placement type of deal.
Yeah.
We played it a few times when we got it. I haven't played it in a while, so I don't remember. That's part of it, actually.
Oh.
You probably got thrown by the name Honey Buzz across the top.
The delightful
That is not. So, anyways, this is open, but this was like I think this was an upgrade kit or something. I don't actually remember what was in here. But Honey Buzz from Elf Creek Games is a fantastic game. So, again, the only reason this hasn't gotten our seal of approval, because if we got more time with it, I wouldn't be surprised if it did earn a seal of approval, because I really enjoyed this.
I remember there being a lot of variety in that game.
Yeah, it's a solid game. It
pretty. Looks like a little kiddie game, but it's not.
And the honey feels so good. The honey's like that rubber.
It's beautiful.
You won't be disappointed with Honey Buzz. It's not only pretty, it plays excellent. All right, what do we got next?
Mage Knight.
Boom! Mage Knight. Now I know a lot of people who love Mage Knight, but I gotta be honest with you, I've played about 10% of this once, and I didn't get through a whole game. A lovely friend of mine was teaching me, but as much as he's great at games, he's a terrible teacher, and it sounded way too complex, and I bailed. I was like, you know what? This game isn't for me. But one day I will go back to Mage Knight, because actually, fun fact, I actually designed a Mage Knight video game. But not based on this. I designed the Mage Knight game based on the Clicks version. You know those miniatures we have upstairs? There are tons of. That's what Mage Knight was before the board game. So it's like HeroClix. It's WizKids thing where they have. Oh, it's WizKids. Yeah, it's a little clicky thing. Their bases click and as they take damage and their powers change. That's the Mage Knight I know. So when I saw this as a board game, it's like, ooh, that's going to be good. But it's completely different. Well, actually, it's got some the buildings that have clickers. I didn't even notice that because I don't remember it because I barely touched this. But yeah, I think I remember the game being complicated, but like I said, it wasn't a great teach, and I know a lot of people who they absolutely love Mage Knight. All right, who do we got here? Pendulum. Very excited. We pre-ordered this early from Stonemaier Games and be like, oh, this is something new. We got to get in there because everything Stonemaier puts out, it's like, it's new, it's hot. We gotta get it. I unwrapped it, and before I got to read the rule book, I heard from somebody who I'm not going to name any names. They're like, it's meh. They said it was meh. And I was really? All right.
I really liked it.
It's meh. You never played Pendulum.
Yes, I did.
You've never played Pendulum.
Oh, no, I haven't.
No, you haven't. What are you thinking about?
Tapestry.
Tapestry? I'm wearing a Tapestry shirt.
I think that's what, yeah, it's your shirt. Blame it on the shirt. Okay, now I'm thrown.
All right.
Here we go.
Oh, this is a prototype. So we have Peanut Butter Belly Time, which we did a espresso video for. I think we did espresso for this.
I think so, yeah.
Or we didn't do a how to play. No, it was espresso.
Or it's either playthrough or espresso.
Something.
I think it was espresso.
We did something for this. So if you want to know more about Peanut Butter Belly Time, and what's crazy is these guys, if you go to Peanut Butter Belly Time, they have a website. Check out our video, and the videos they sell peanut butter, but like crazy peanut butter. It's like peanut butter with like Oreo cookies in it, and like marshmallows, and like just crazy things in there. So many things in there. Now I don't really like peanut butter, so
I love peanut butter.
It did not appeal to me. Well, visually it appealed to me because the photos were amazing. They took amazing photos, and I was curious, but I know I won't like it because I don't like peanut butter. But anyways, this is a very simple. It's a prototype. It's a very simple matching game. I heard it plays like Sushi Go, but I've never actually played Sushi Go, so I can't really speak to that.
This goes with something else, right?
No, it doesn't. It's by itself. Now this we picked up at Gen Con, never played it. The idea of this game is, you know that scene in Harry Potter where they stand on the tables and they battle each other? You know, they're like, and they launch each other across the tables. Yeah. I think that's what this is about, but I've never played it. Because there's the table and there's cards. Now the cards and the artwork and everything looks like the Harry Potter deck building game, Hogwarts Battles. The cards look the same, but the whole aesthetic looks the same.
Publisher?
Yeah, it's the OP.
Nice.
Or the OP, whatever. So I've never played this, but I'm curious to. Eventually I will. What do we got next?
Another Harry Potter.
Another one. Now when I say we got these from Gen Con, I mean we got these handed to us as review copies, but we don't get a lot of chance to do reviews because a lot of our work is paid work, and we don't do reviews for pay.
Yeah.
So this, I don't know what this is. This is like, I think you're like drawing shapes and people try to figure out what shapes you're drawing.
I think it'd be fun for
kids. It's like me drawing something in the air and be like, this is what I'm doing. Can you figure out what I'm doing? What spell am I casting? Yeah. I think that's what it is. And based on the back here, if I had to guess just on this picture, I would guess you draw a spell with your hand and then somebody has to guess the shape, like code names.
Oh.
That's what I would guess, but that's a complete guess. I know absolutely nothing about this.
It's a 6+, ages 6+ on there.
Yeah, so it's for youngins. Obscurio. So excited to get this game because we're big fans of Mysterium, and I love the aesthetics of this game. And it's got a bunch of round discs that you're building this. What's it called? Like a tome. It's like these books because it takes place in a library.
Yeah, it looks really
and there's
cool.
a trader. We played it.
I know.
And but I don't know if it was like the mood or the time we played it, but I didn't love it. I did not love Obscurio. I think it's because I loved Mysterium so much. Yeah. Obscurio didn't do it for me. And right now, like when you have games like Obscurio, which again, lovely theme, you have Mysterium is a better option than Obscurio. And they kind of give me the same feel, even though they play different. But then you also have like Rear Window from Funko, which also plays better than Obscurio. So I think there's better options for you. I didn't mind it.
We didn't play it enough
to
give it a full
we can't give it a full review, but I'd like to play it again. That was just my initial thoughts, but I would like to try it again, kind of give it a fair shake. All right, Now what do we got here? Now this is interesting because this is Viticulture World, which we've never played. This is the expansion to Viticulture. So is that.
Oh.
This is Tuscany. Now what you might be. That's upside down. Now what you might be noticing is Viticulture's in here. And you know why Viticulture's in here? Because Brittany lent it to her brother, and I'll never see it again.
Oh, that's not true.
So
he just borrowed it
2 months ago. Anyways, and I just bought Viticulture World, so because it changes the competitive Viticulture, it changes it to a co-op game, and I was like, how does that work? I don't know. I'll never know because I don't have Viticulture anymore.
Yes, we do. We'll get back during the holidays. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyways, so here's the thing about Viticulture. Viticulture World, can't speak to it, can't play it. Maybe I'll never play it. I don't know because I don't know if I'll ever get my game back. Tuscany. If you're going to get Viticulture, you must have it. Because here's the thing. Viticulture on its own, great game. After 4 games, I was kind of bored of it. What's Viticulture about? It sounds boring. The art does not look like something everybody would be into, because that's why we didn't play it. We had it for a long time. We never played it because it's like, oh, you're growing grapes to make wine to fill orders. And you're like, Like the theme does not appeal to me. But once you sit down and play it, it's so good. It's an amazing worker placement.
It's so good.
It's an amazing worker placement. And once you add, but it gets old if you just got basic Viticulture. You add Tuscany to it, you've got endless fun. It's just so good. Tuscany is a must-have. Now, if you take Tuscany, you take Viticulture together, you know what you get? You get a Board Game Coffee seal of approval. Because just buy all the expansions for Viticulture. Put them all there, because this gives you like more cards, which gives you more people, more customers, or visitors. I think that's what they're called, right? And they give you like superpowers. So don't get hung up on the deal it's wine, because that's just the theme. The idea of like basically you're building a resource to meet the requirements of a card, and you got these guests that have superpowers that help you achieve that. That's how you kind of have to look at it. If you're somebody that's like, I don't want to grow wine. Those things never appeal to me, but I always like them. Yeah. I always like them. Now here, before you hand me that game, I see what Brittany's loading up to give me. So, Board Game Coffee, seal of approval, Stonemaier Games. And I don't think we've done a review or anything for...
No, I don't think we have, but it's definitely one of our favorites.
One of our favorites. Definitely in my top 10. I'm probably going to say that like 20 times. You're like, 20 games can't be in your top 10, but definitely in my top 10. But now, Stonemaier Games does have some absolute winners. And then they have this. Come on, bring it over. Oh no. Fail. Red Rising, this whole game is a fail. And not only that, this was a good example, Brittany. The insert for this is bullshit. It's such a crap. Like, actually, everything's spilled. There's this insert, but it's all got cutouts in the bottom. So if you put it on the shelf, everything falls out. What is the point of this insert?
Save it for the review.
And then there's like little baggies. There's like little baggies to keep them in. But then I gotta ask you, okay, if you have little baggies, then why spend the money on the inserts? Then you tell yourself, oh, maybe the inserts are so something you can have on the table for when you're playing the game. It's easy to grab out of. No, those inserts are so difficult to grab the things out of. Yeah. And we have the deluxe edition. So that means the collector's edition. Yeah. So you know what the collector's edition means? It means your pieces are metal and their colors are almost identical. So much so that you can't tell the difference between beige and purple. Like, it's ridiculous. And I can just go on a rant. I wrote a review for this game that we just have not yet to record, but I can tell you it's not going to go well. It is not going to go well.
This is one of your favorite books.
Red Rising is one of my favorite series of books. It's so good. The first 3. You can stop reading after 3. But I was so looking forward to this. And it's not because I'm a fanboy. I don't want to spend so much time on a game. But it basically, you hit a game. There's an action you could do. I think you either take a card or scout. It's been a while. When I do the review, I'll just catch up again because it's all written. I wrote the script like 2 days after we played. Anyways, and then I just adjusted it as we went. I had to get down my hate. But it's basically got 2 actions. You either like take a card or you scout. You like take a card from this row or you scout. But the thing is, you're building up your hand. But most of the time, you get a good hand, and you're like, I don't want to. It's not point risking it because I have to dismantle my hand to chance getting a better hand. Most of the time, you're just good keeping the hand you are. So then you just scout, and all scouting does is basically just takes a card off the deck and speeds the game up, racing it to the end. So every game we've played, everybody always gets to the point where all they're doing is scouting, just to get rid of cards, just to get the game to the end. So I've never had a game where so many people race to the end. They'll be like, okay, I'm done. Race to the end. I'm done. It's not getting any better than this. So we went from that to this. And now we have
Tapestry!
We're all happy again because we love Tapestry. So you know what? That was good to have that in the middle, sandwiched between like two games, is because we love Tapestry, loved Viticulture, did not like Red Rising, all from Stonemaier games. Because
we love Stonemaier.
We love Stonemaier games. We don't like that game, but they've done so much stuff that we like so much. Tapestry, absolutely love Tapestry. So much so that Brittany,
has our seal of... No, what is it?
It's got our board game coffee seal of approval.
What is seal of approval? Oh, I was right.
Yeah, whatever. You did good. You tried. Anyways, Tapestry's getting our board game coffee seal of approval. Now, I really enjoy this game. I like how different it is every time we played. I like how each civilization has its own special powers. But now here's the thing. This conversation's come up before where people say that certain civilizations are unbalanced. I absolutely agree with that statement. There are civilizations that seem so unbalanced. Now, I don't know if there's been an errata to fix that up, but unbalanced or not, losing or winning, I love playing this game.
And the minis are beautiful.
Oh, the minis, the colored buildings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just looks really cool on the table.
It's cool, yeah, because they have all these buildings and they're pre-colored. But Tapestry is a fantastic game. So I think it's area control. I can't remember what you describe it as, but I know you're building a tapestry. It's been so long since I played. I remember my emotions of playing this game, and when we get into it, I'll be like, yeah, I love it. And I remember at the time, I was like, yeah, I love this game. It definitely gets a seal of approval if we did that, which we don't, but now we do. Mm-hmm. So Tapestry, you got the shirt, because it's so good. So good. I can't remember who gave us the shirt.
It was someone who had a t-shirt company.
Yeah, we did we do a video for their t-shirt? No, we wore it. I can't remember.
It was on Instagram, I think.
Anyways, highly recommend Tapestry.
I'm feeling sad that this one didn't get your approval. I love Wingspan.
Wingspan absolutely got the seal of approval, Brittany.
Oh, did it? Oh, fell off.
Oh. Just so you know, the system we have behind the scenes is Brittany hands me games from these piles that we just set, and she gives me whatever order she wants.
Little sticky.
And I put little stickies on them to let Brittany know, okay, Brittany, these games are getting seals of approval, this game's getting seals of approval.
We need a system because there's so many games.
That is the system.
I know.
And you've dropped the ball in the system. So, Wingspan.
I was just testing you to make sure.
Wingspan, board game coffee, seal of approval. Wingspan is so much fun. This is one of the few games that are getting a board game coffee seal of approval that I think I might have won one time.
Yeah. This is definitely my game.
I do not win this game, but I like playing it because it's like an engine builder.
Yeah.
And the thing is, a lot of people like me, again, I was turned off by the art.
I was as
not
well.
Not that the art is ugly. The art's beautiful. But the theme that is selling me, it's like, I'm not a bird watcher. I feel like I was looking through like encyclopedia, and there's like, oh, here's the picture of these birds in the encyclopedia, and I was like, man, art is beautiful, but I didn't think I was gonna like the theme. Absolutely loved it, because really when you get past the theme, it's an engine builder, and it's fantastic. And then we have the expansions, which basically just adds, it just basically adds more birds with more abilities. So birds have special abilities, there's different sized birds, some birds eat other birds. So it's really cool. I highly recommend Wingspan. Wingspan is one of those games that's kind of like, it's broken that barrier of people who like, oh, I don't play a lot of games before, but have you heard of Wingspan? Mm-hmm. You know, like I've heard a lot of it. I was like, yeah, Wingspan is great. It's becoming like an evergreen game, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's doing so well. It's getting into homes of people who aren't like board game hobbyists. Fantastic. I think if you put Wingspan in your collection, you will not be disappointed. I think it's a great game. And there's more expansions that I want. I actually got this one as a gift last year.
Oh.
Twice.
Oh, right.
Two people got me the exact same expansion. So we took it back. I can't remember where we got the other one. What we did with the other one. But we should get more expansions. Maybe come Boxing Day. Okay, what do we got now? Is this the last one?
No.
No.
Oh, we have a lot more.
But we got more Stonemaier. Scythe. Scythe. Everybody loves Scythe. I've never played Scythe. It's actually the most shameful game I have on my shelf of shame.
One of the first games we bought for boys and coffee.
Yeah, it's all torn up because it keeps coming off the shelf. I've never unwrapped it. So I can't say much about Scythe except people love it. And I'm confident that eventually when we get into it, it'll get a seal of approval. Let me move some of these things out of the way. All right, now what do you got for me? Now, this is just tragic. Not the game is tragic. This box was beautiful. If you notice how dinged up this box is and scratched up, this box was solid black and yellow stripe, and it was just a gorgeous piece to look at.
Oh, I thought that came like that.
It got packed to move, and it got just abused. And I didn't realize that was happening, and it got scratched up. But like you open it up, and I loved HeroClix, and it was all the Watchmen. But I bought it based on this box alone. It was beautifully designed, and it's now destroyed. It was like a piece I liked having out to show, and now it's an embarrassment that I just hide. As far as the game goes, I liked HeroClix. I've actually never played with the Watchmen, but I have tons of HeroClix. And yeah, you know what? I have tons of HeroClix, but none of them are any of these piles that we have. So that means there's a stack of stuff somewhere. Oh, it's all, I know where it is. It's under the stairs in the box.
Oh.
So there are some things. You're not going to get everything from the collection, but you'll get some.
Love
The Expanse. We love the show.
It's slow at first, but great character development.
After episode 4, takes off. It takes off. If you haven't watched The Expanse, the show, you should. First 3 seasons are the best.
So good.
And then seasons 4 and 5 are like, they're okay. They're okay. But not nearly, they can't hold it. If they all they had was season 4 and 5, you'd be like, hey, this is a good show.
Yeah, that's
But seasons 1, 2, 3 are so good.
Yeah.
So good. Anyways, we've never played this. I heard somebody say this was like Twilight Imperium, but like a Twilight Imperium light.
Was it on Secret Cabal? Because that's how we got onto The Expanse.
Yeah. So that might have been it. So I haven't played this. I've opened it to play it. It seems simple enough to learn. I just haven't had the time to get to it. Okay, what do we got? Marvel Strike Teams. I saw this game when they were interviewing, I think it was like Gen Con or something. I wasn't going, and they were like, oh yeah, Marvel Strike Teams is coming out. And I was like, oh, that sounds cool. It sounds like a dungeon crawler with like HeroClix, because I just said I love HeroClix. But you can't use the regular HeroClix in these. You have to use the characters that come in here. And, but then after I heard about it, it disappeared. Like, I never heard anybody talking about it again. And then it showed up on Board Game Bliss for like $12. It was like a crazy sale. Like, they're just getting it out the door. And I was like, hey, I always wanted that. I'll pick it up. Haven't played it since. Just opened it to look at it, and that's all.
This looks like it has a whole bunch of dice.
Yeah. Quarriors is what it basically plays like. Did Eric design this too? Yep, Eric Lang designed. Mike Elliott and Eric Lang also did this because all the Dice Master stuff is based on Quarriors. So I bought Dice Masters first, and people were like, oh, if you like Dice Masters, you need to get Quarriors. So I did. So it's the same game, but it's all like it's just this, as far as I know. So I haven't played this. It's new, but I bought it because I love Dice Masters. So I'm assuming I'll like Quarriors. But again, I think I mentioned in another video, you put superheroes on it, I'm just going to like it even more. All right, Britt, hit me. What do we got? Okay, we have Atlantis Rising. Britt, is that the giveaway alarm?
It is.
It is. It's the giveaway alarm, or the giveaway siren. We really need to settle on a name for that. I mean, it's loud, it's in the house, wakes up the baby, and I don't even know why we have it installed. Anyways.
We did that before boarding comes.
So, Atlantis Rising. Now, I have never played this game. It's wrapped in plastic.
I played.
Brittany has played this game, and she said she really liked it, but it was hard.
Really hard. This really pushes the limits of co-op because you have to play co-op.
Oh, is it cooperative?
It's co-op.
Huh.
Or you will die.
All right.
And if you do not work together, you will die. Like, I can't stress that enough. This game is not forgiving.
Well, Brittany was playing this for the first time. I was playing Nemesis for the first time.
I was sweating the entire time we played this.
Well, Atlantis Rising, it looks great. I picked this up when I went to Origins by myself. And I even got a playmat for it. And that's all I know. But I do know that Elf Creek is sponsoring the giveaway for this video, and they're giving away this game that Brittany says is very good but very hard and makes you sweat. That's Brittany's review.
This
Very
is not
hard.
an entry-level game.
No, cooperative, hard game, makes you sweaty.
Yeah.
So I always thought this game looked amazing. So I'm very excited to
It's
crack
very
into this
pretty.
myself.
Yeah.
And if I was confident in Brittany's rule teaching, I'd have Brittany teach
There's
me.
no way I could teach you this one.
Like-
No.
And you know, Dice Tower already gave you the seal of approval, so we'd probably end up doing the same. It looks great. Okay, next, what do we got? Stonemaier. Stonemeier's
There was
everywhere.
one day I remember we went and bought, it was just like Stonemaier Day. We just bought a whole bunch of them.
Okay, this was one of them.
Yeah.
It was a Boxing Day, I think.
Maybe.
Because then
And
we went to
for lunch.
Nordstrom's and we drank a bottle of wine.
That's right.
And then
Because we just spent so much money on board games.
then we were just like hammered and waddled our way over to our friend's house and just sat there and talked about all the stuff we bought. Anyways, Charterstone is a legacy game that I've never played. But there's a digital version of this as well, I believe, that I think I wanted to try just to kind of get into it. But we're going to start going through our legacy games because I've never played Charterstone. I've heard mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it. But when you're done playing it, you have a game ready to go. But it seems like one of the lighter type of legacy games, as in it takes you kind of hold your hand slowly as you go through it. So I'm really interested in Charterstone. Coimbra. We played this once at that getaway. Boot camp. The board game boot camp. Hosted by Daryl Andrews. Man, Daryl's name comes up a lot.
It does.
I wonder if we have to pay him every time we say his name. So, we went to boot camp. Daryl had nothing to do with this, and he didn't play this with us. Somebody else taught us. We met some beautiful people at boot camp,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
taught us how to play Coimbra. And then we bought it when it was on sale because we had a lot of fun with it. But I honestly can't remember it. I remember there was something about dice, and we placed them in these cool little towers, and that's all I know.
I don't remember.
So I think it's...
But I remember enjoying it.
It's like, yeah, I remember too. I was like, this is great. So the next time I saw it on sale, I was like, we got it. And now I don't remember.
We played so many
Now,
games.
this is why I can't remember how to play games, because I can't remember what the games are about after I played them. And I bought them because I liked them.
Well, that weekend, I'm pretty sure we played 50 games each.
All right. Oh, hold on. Hold that back. Now, what you're about to witness, I'm going to give you a heads up. Now, what you're about to witness is going to be another Board Game Coffee recipient. That's the word. That's what we use.
Recipient.
A recipient of the Board Game Coffee seal of approval. Ready? Wham! Mysterium! And expansions. The expansions just add more cards. Actually, we haven't never broken into this expansion. This one just adds more cards since in there. This one we haven't. I just opened it, but I haven't done anything with it yet. So, the expansion just adds more cards. Well, it just adds more cards. Mysterium is an amazing game. It's a cooperative game where one player plays a part of a ghost and they can't speak. And then how many people does this play? It plays...
7, doesn't it?
Oh, it's right there. It is 2 to 7. Because we usually play this with like 6 or 7 people. Like,
Yeah,
we play
and
with
this
full
has
vote.
been a great game for us for icebreaker for couples or people. I say couples, but it's like people who came over and didn't know each other.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to kind of get them into it, or they didn't game before. So it was an easy game for people to start talking, get out of their shells.
It was good because me and Brittany's played this game plenty. And then when we brought people over, I would be the ghost. And all the ghost can do is like 1 knock for yes, 2 knocks for no. Or vice versa. 1 knock for no, 2 knocks for yes. I can't remember. I think it's 2 knocks for yes. Because don't I do the like... Oh no, I don't remember. But I always like to...
2 knocks is no.
I just know I like to do that. Get people's hopes up. Be like... or do the under the table the knock. The... Oh. the psych out knock. But basically, that's the only way I can... it's the only way I can communicate as the ghost. But the players can communicate out loud, but they're on a timer. And they have to... There's all these cards with interesting people and beautiful artwork. And you have to figure out who the murderer is, where the murder took place, and what was the murder weapon. And thing is, everybody has their own set of 3 cards that they have to guess, and nobody's answers overlap. So everybody has their own murderer, their own location, their own weapon that I have to guide everybody to. But everybody can work together because it's all cooperative. So everybody's working together trying to figure out each other's mystery. And at the end, it boils down to everybody has to guess one of the answers that were correct. I think three of them go down on the table. I can't remember how it ends anymore. But I know everybody has to agree on one at the end. And it's like a blind vote. You're like, I vote 3 is correct. I vote 2 is correct, or whatever. So that's something like that happens.
Yeah, so everyone has a dream about one of those.
I'm not talking about the theme. I'm just like how to play. Like at the end.
And then at the end, there is only one killer.
Yeah. But I don't remember how the ending exactly goes. But it's a lot of fun where because you have to give out cards.
It's a silent.
So yeah, you give out cards. Well, it's silent just for the one player.
Yeah.
But you give out cards to give hints to the people. And you're like, oh yeah, this. And they look at the card and they try to pull clues. Like, oh, what is the ghost trying to tell me?
It's a very pretty game.
It's so good. So
Very
Mysterium.
If you don't know Salvador Dali.
Board Game Coffee, seal of approval. One of my top 10 games. I think we're still under 10. I can still say that. One of my top 10 games of all time. Mysterium is amazing. If you get this in your board game collection, you will not be disappointed. Especially if you're trying to bring in, if you want to play with more people that aren't like hardcore board gamers. This is amazing. And it's great for large groups.
Oh, and there's a Mysterium soundtrack on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. If you go to YouTube, there's like a Mysterium soundtrack that you can listen to while you play Mysterium. Is that it, Britt?
That's it.
Okay, so let's recap here. Britt, could you turn on my notes? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so if you want to win a copy of Atlantis Rising, here's what you got to do. You got to subscribe to Board Game Coffee, our YouTube channel, right there. Just click the subscribe button. You got to like this video. And then in the comments, you got to tell us, what does your group prefer? Are you co-op people or are you competitive people? That's all I want to know. Actually, no, that's not all I want to know because we like suggestions. So if you're a co-op game, if you're a co-op person, what's your favorite co-op game? If you're a competitive person, what's your favorite competitive game? I think that works.
I like it.
Now, in your comment, when you're giving us your answer, please start your answer with the country you're from. And that's because this contest is limited to US and Canada. And that helps us just sort out the potential winners and kind of like avoid any future confusion so that way we don't have to announce somebody that isn't eligible and then find somebody else. It just keeps it clear that way. So let us answer the question and let us know which country you're answering from. We don't need your address. Just say, like Canada, US, wherever. Well, not wherever. Specifically those locations because that's who can win. And remember, it is possible to win multiple times. So feel free to enter in all 24 videos because if your name is in the videos, you're going to be in the draw for whatever's in that video. And you can win. Technically it's possible that you can win in every video. How lucky would that be? Right?
That would be very lucky.
That would be very lucky. Anyways.
And possibly rigged.
Yeah, but not by us.
Not by us.
So
the randomizer website.
So anyways, enter to win, do all the steps, and if you forgot those steps, they're written in the description below. Also, we will have links to all the other giveaway videos in the description below. And don't forget, we have that link to Sick Kids Hospital if you want to donate. And that's it. I'm just looking at my notes. I think we got everything. Brittany, we've covered everything?
We have everything.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Elf Creek Games, for giving us this. Well, not this cup. This cup is mine, which I paid for, actually. Thanks for sponsoring this giveaway. You're going to make some middle-aged man very happy.
Or woman.
Or woman. But, either way, kids aren't watching this show. Actually, that's not true.
That's not true.
We had kids win before. Yeah. Their name was like, I work at Disney or something.
I work at Disney.
And I was like, great, can you get some Disney? And they're like, I'm 12. I'm like, oh.
They watched with their parents.
Yeah.
Kids do watch the show.
So kids do watch the show. All right. Well, that is it for this episode. We will see you for episode 7, right?
Yeah, 7.
We'll see you for episode 7. We'll see you in a few hours.
See you then.
See ya. Thanks for joining us. If you like this video and you want to see more, subscribe to our channel. It's the best way to keep up to date with everything we do here at Board Game Coffee. But if you want to see more right now, we got plenty of videos to choose from. And if that's not enough, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm Mark Maya, and this is Board Game Coffee. And remember, have fun, keep gaming, be social. See you next week.